welcome to the Namaste Center on this beautiful, beautiful day. Just got a nice little light drizzle. Looks like it might go away later, but if it doesn't, it's still all good. Just so happy everybody's here. And thank you so much for responding to the poll. It's kind of amazing. It was sort of a feeling of power. And it's an opening of the heart chakra. And of course, that's what we're all about here at the center, living in an open-hearted and inclusive way. And all you have to do is look around to feel that, because that's what we do here. We're privileged to have Mary Fiquet speak this morning, and I'm just so excited about it that I'm really not looking at my order of service. So let me get down with that. Our announcements for this week. Today, like I said, we have Mary as our guest speaker, Mary Fiquet. On Mondays at 10:30, we have Nia with Annie. On Tuesdays at 10 o'clock, we have Ageless Grace with Denise Medved. And at 5:30, we have Master Shah's Soul Healing Group with Lynn Odekirk. On Wednesdays, we have at 7 o'clock the Namaste Enlightenment Series. And our guest speaker will be Sandra Akers. She will be speaking on Friends in High Places. Sandra, would you like to stand up and tell us a little more about this?
Sure. I'll step up here so I don't have my back to anyone. I've been a student of Ascended Master Teachings for ages and ages, so Wednesday night what I want to talk about is why it's really important to connect to our unseen friends in the higher realms, the angels, the archangels, the ascended ones, many other beings, and they're here to help us right now, but they can't help us unless we ask for their help. So what I want to share Wednesday night is how you can do that, how you can have a closer relationship with our friends in high places. Recently, they brought some information through a gathering in Salt Lake City about what's really going on the planet, what the other side is up to, and how they're choosing to combat that, and how we can get involved and make a difference on the planet. So I'll share all of that, some of the gifts they brought through, and as much as I can squeeze into 2 hours. And I usually have a handout, so can I kind of get an idea how many of you might try to be there? Just, oh, good. I'll make lots of handouts, so I hope to see you.
And I must say, from my experience with Sandra and the masters, it's amazing information that has truly changed my life. It's started me thinking in a different way and feeling all the incredible support that's really there for us. So I know you're going to love it. Yes.
I know Peter's here. Is he back on the Tuesday schedule?
At this point, no. Would you like to tell us when you're going to be?
I'm going to do a 4-week intuitive skills series starting. I wrote it down. I have to do this. The 20th and the 27th of October on Tuesday night. And then the 10th and the 17th of November on Tuesday night, which is the advanced course. So the basic course is just from 7 to 9 on the 20th and the 27th. It's just intuitive skills that, like she said, that she's, the people from above, how to reach them. It helps us. Okay.
Great, thank you, Peter.
Because we haven't discussed it with Charlotte.
Charlotte, we got to talk.
Oh, okay. Well, no wonder you're not on it yet. That explains a lot. Okay, great.
We're going to discuss it this evening.
But it'll be wonderful, and we'll really enjoy. We appreciate that. On Thursdays at 10:30, again, we have Nia with Annie. At 6:30, we have A Course in Miracles with Charlotte, Kat, and James at 707 Brooklyn Avenue, which is the Namaste Center office. Does everybody know where it is? Okay, if you get on Spartanburg Highway, it's maybe 3 miles down on the right. There's a car dealership near there. It's Brooklyn Ave, and you will see it. There's a light right there. There's a nice sign. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump away from here. So. And it's lovely. If you haven't been over there to the office, you need to check it out. It's a beautiful space. The Sprout Farm, Lila's Garden, Lila's, help me out. Lila's Garden, thank you. Lila's Garden is there, and their sprouts are amazing. And of course, the Namaste office is there, and yes, and Donna Minns, counselor, is there, and it's just a beautiful space. All these wonderful people have it just kind of levitated up. Just a good place to go and hang out and visit. Seriously, if you haven't yet. Also on Thursday nights at the Course in Miracles is at 6:30. At 7:30, we have the Diksha Blessing with Diane Swift. And if you haven't had a Diksha Blessing, you need to come and get one because it's just amazing. It's like it fills your tank. It just fills your happy tank, your energy tank. Yeah, it's amazing. It really is. Fridays at 10 o'clock, we have Qigong with Kat Oakes. Yeah. Is Kat Oakes here?
Yes.
All right.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Not only does it help you spiritually, physically, but it definitely is a connection to Source, and learning to integrate our yin and yang, our masculine and feminine, our separate self and our God self merging into one. So I'm very excited. I love it. I love it. So, and I'll meet anyone wherever they are, if you're a beginner or advanced. So come join.
Awesome. Thank you, Kat. Great. We're glad to have that. It is a wonderful thing. And that's Thursdays. On Fridays, we have, I just said that. We have the Qigong on Friday morning at 10. 4 o'clock is Wellness Simplified with Dr. Suka. Yes? Oh, thank you, Bill. Oh, that's so important. Would everybody please put your cell phones either silent or quietly vibrate so that we don't have an interruption? Thank you so much. That's so important because a cell phone going off at the wrong time is just kind of like, and then everybody has to sort of get back, into their peaceful groove. On Saturdays, we have at 8:30 the Namaste show with Charlotte and Terry. With Terry and Charlotte on WTZQ AM 1600. And if you need that, it's in these bulletins, so you'll have that. If you have a memory like mine, you're going to need it. And some upcoming events. Sunday, October 19th, will be Reverend Diane Robinson speaking. And Wednesday, October 29th, Messages from Spirit with John Array. And a Halloween party. Yay! Wednesday, October 29th. That's going to be fun. Okay. And now, if you're ready, Terry, it's time for the Light of God. Oh, wait. I am so sorry. I did not ask who is here for the first time and welcome you. Okay, who do we have here for the first time? Hands, show of hands. All right, we'll start right over here.
Fred Litt, please.
Fred, welcome. Welcome.
My name is Esther Fisher.
Welcome, Esther. Okay, is that everyone in this section? Okay, let's move over here. Who's here for the first time in this section here? No one? Okay, how about here? Do I see a hand? Newbies? We don't want to embarrass you. We just want to spread the love, that's all. New people here? First time? Nope, okay. All right, there she is. Yes, sweetie, tell us who you are.
I'm Cecilia Fisher, Esther's sister.
Great, welcome, Cecilia. To everybody who's new and everybody who's old and just everybody, welcome, and we're so glad you're here. Take it away, Terry.
And of course, Cecilia will be giving a solo in a moment.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do when we do this.
Yeah. I thought I'd let him tell you about that.
How you doing, everybody? You good?
Good.
Okay. Shall we sing The Light of God?
Yes, Terry.
Thank you. I bet you were trained, huh? I guess I'm the one standing between you and Mary Fiquet, right?
Oh dear.
So for those who are new here, I sing it through once, and then we expect you to know it perfectly. Okay, here we go. Oh, the light of God is in me, and it shines right out my eyes, making me a part of everything in the earth and sea and skies. And it makes me feel so happy, just to know I'm not alone. 'Cause when you're part of everything, everywhere is your home. Oh, the light of God is in me, and it shines right out my eyes, making me a part of everything in the earth and sea and skies. And it makes me feel so happy, just to know I'm not alone. 'Cause when you're a part of everything, everywhere is your home. Okay, now you know it. Let's sing it really loud, and then everybody in all those other churches in town here. Ready? Here we go. Oh, the light of God is in me, and it shines right out my eyes, making me a part of everything in the earth and sea and skies. And it makes me feel so happy, just to know I'm not alone. 'Cause when you're a part of everything, everywhere is your home. Everywhere is your home. Okay. Got my water in there. This is I got Mary's agreement on this one. This is another one in the series of tracks from my forthcoming CD, and this is a song that's called "With Love in My Life." Now that I have learned to fly, I won't let the past or the future cloud my sky. Here and now, I know how to live the life I want to live. I have the power, and I'm not afraid to be who I am, not afraid to tell the truth. No, I'm not afraid of anything no more. And as I live in love and not fear, I feel peace within, and a joy I've never known before. With love in my life, a wise man says the secret is compassion, love, and kindness are the keys to happiness. Well, the secret's out, and there's no doubt that soon the whole wide world will know what it's all about.
did any person who hasn't been here at the center before come in after I greeted everybody who hasn't been here before? Did anyone escape? Okay, you're telling me no. So anyway, I just wanted to be sure to welcome you. And if you know, I just don't want to miss anybody, because I thought I saw some people, but then I miss occasionally. You know, I learned that, and I don't always see you. And please don't ever be insulted if I say, "Oh, welcome to the Namaste Center. This is your first time," and you go, "No, I've been here 6 months." Don't hold it against me. I just didn't want to miss anybody. And now it's time to shift gears and get real quiet and get to our meditation. Reverend Heidi will be doing the crystal bowls for us, and this is a wonderful thing, a wonderful way to deepen this meditation, to go deeper. A wonderful way to center and ground ourselves and at the same time reach up. It's just a beautiful way to totally encompass our physical, our spiritual, and come to a wonderful high place. I invite you now to just become open and receptive. If you have any worries at all, just leave them on the floor under your chair. You can pick them up later. Just relax and allow yourself to be fully present. Relax your body. Get into a comfortable position. You can close your eyes or you can leave them open. You to take a nice deep breath. Breathe in and breathe out. And as you breathe in again, just take in this beautiful sound and take in the love that is present in this room, in the hearts of each and every one of us, the love that is each and every one of us. Just take that love in with the in-breath. And with the out-breath, release everything that's not like love. Just continue to breathe, and as you do, just take in love and let out all that's not like love. And allow your breathing to gradually slow down. Make welcome these healing tones. your breath and the tones of the bowls to bring you to a peaceful, quiet place where all cares are released. Picture, if you will, a bright white light descending to the top of your head. And allow, if you will, this bright white light to travel down to your face, your neck, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, and to continue down from your neck to your chest, to your heart, to your solar plexus, down, down, down your body, down your trunk to your legs, to your knees, to your feet, all the way to your toes, and beneath your feet, and allow yourself to be connected to our beautiful mother who waits for you deep, deep in the earth's core, underneath the concrete and the asphalt. Feel yourself connecting with her as this bright light is your connector. Just feel the peace and security. And with this white light illuminating your entire body, I invite you to raise your arms if you wish, put your hands out in front if you wish, and let go of anything that is not joyful that you may yet be holding. Let it go for good. It is gone. Now bask in the peace, bask in the freedom. In this high vibrational state, your most joyful life awaits you. It is here. And now I invite you to return to this place, this time, just very gently, as you're ready. And I invite you now to move your fingers and toes, shift and feel your body as you settle back into it, renewed and refreshed. And now, as you are ready, open your eyes. Thank you, Reverend Heidi. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming with me on this journey. And now, what I've been waiting for, woo-hoo, Mary Fiquet. But first, before you hop up here, I want to say a word about her. It was really hard. It was like pulling teeth to get her to tell me about her accomplishments and the things she's done, the places she has excelled and so forth. I just about couldn't get her to tell me that. And I kicked in with this thing of, well, you know, you worked hard, Mary. You've worked hard for everything you've accomplished. You know, I'm trying to, you know, push her into that, right? And she's just like, yeah, well, whatever, I'll email you something. And on the way to church this morning, I was thinking, you know, that's beautiful. You know, here she is. She's got a chance to strut her stuff, right? Trot out all her degrees and all her accomplishments and all the cool places she's worked and all the things she's done. And she's saying, just announce me as Mary. Just tell them I'm Mary. But I know a little bit about Mary. I'm going to share a little bit about her. Mary is a very, very accomplished counselor. She has worked as a clinical social worker. She is a very, very deep, deep person and a deep spiritual soul. And Mary has this quality of humility. And that is beautiful. And as I was driving today, it hit me, she's just humble. You know, it wasn't a aw shucks the way she said it. It was just, no, I'm Mary. And so now welcome Mary the way you'd want to be welcomed up here.
Oh, today's the day. It finally came. Wow. Well, really no one is more surprised than I am, nor more grateful or more humbled that I'm standing here today. When I look back, all of my life led me to standing right here, right now. And given my judgments of my life, I am amazed that a loving God can transform that into this and now. When Charlotte asked me to speak, I kind of broke out in an acute attack of the holy hat. I was very surprised, and one of the first thoughts that came to my mind, of course, was, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to talk about? And as you will learn over the next few minutes, there is a little voice that comes to me that I recognize as not me. Definitely not me. So I was here when Charlotte asked me to speak, and as I sputtered and stumbled out the door to the parking lot, towards the car, this little voice said, "Do you dare?" Really? Came back. Do you dare? That's what you're going to talk about. So, I'm going to give you a little backstory on what "do you dare" means. Okay. It's been a pretty varied journey for me. From the time I was small, like many of us in here, I had a sense of longing. I couldn't say for what. it was very akin to a remembrance, but it was something that was always with me. When I looked at the stars, they were a constant reminder. And as I got a little bit older, so were investigations into science. Because, you know, look up at the stars, everything's so vast, so beautiful. Looking down the microscope, such intelligent design, such extraordinary beauty, so wonderful. And at one time, I had actually thought, I know, I'll see if I can explore the difference between consciousness and brain. Okay, I think it's in there somewhere, okay? I thought it might help me find a way to get closer to remembering what I was longing for. But this avenue didn't really pan out all that spectacularly for me. This was when I was a freshman and sophomore in college, and I discovered that I really did not have the strength, nor the fortitude, nor the desire to stand in a lab for 40 hours a week. No. But what I did have stamina and fortitude for were partying. Bring that. Oh, I excelled. I excelled at that. Please note that I was duly indoctrinated into all the societal and cultural norms afforded to the middle class in the 50s, 60s, 70s. And along with those ideologies came an indoctrination into notions of judgment, fear, low self-esteem, and a suspicion that love was dangerous. And these judgments and fears and so on really riddled my mind, both consciously but at a subconscious level, the depth of which I was going to take some years for me to understand that. So, during this period of my life, and for a few years after that, I made some very, very serious efforts to quell the feelings that I had of longing and of knowing what I didn't know, but there was something I was yearning to know. So, as I quelled all my feelings, danger and mayhem naturally showed up. And it made for some pretty good drama. Thrilled my family to no end. But I didn't realize that this particular part of my journey was really cocking and priming me for a miracle. And what I can only term as a series of divine interventions occurred, leading me into sobriety and a career better suited to my heart and my skills. And so I became a social worker. Now, to back up a little bit on the history of this, not mine, voice. One January day, a number of years ago, I was standing in our den, and it was a drippy and gray, foggy, stark January day. And I'm looking out the window, and I have Jesu Joy of Man's Desiring playing on the stereo. One of my all-time favorite pieces of music. So I'm standing there, looking out the window, and I'm talking away to God about this and that. And I said in my mind, I wish I could write music like this for you. And this voice that came out of the speakers, out of the floor, out of the trees, out of the fog, out of the light, out of the sofa, out of everywhere, said, make your life my song. Make your life my song. Now, this was not my usual way of speaking. Didn't sound like me, didn't feel like me. But the words touched me so deeply that I was standing there, I completely burst into tears. I was just overwhelmed with the depth, with the quality, with the invitation. And it was something I have never, ever forgotten. And it was during this same time period, again, there I am chatting along to God, and gratefulness is moving around in me again. And so I say, I don't know how to thank you. Bing, not mine, says, love me. Again, I was caught completely off guard. The tears came again. And it was like, wow. But in honesty, I really didn't have a clue what love me meant or what it would come to mean as my life unfolded. So the years rolled by and life happened, and I had come to know that talking about spirit, talking about God, or whatever symbol you choose, is my purpose. How do I know this is my purpose? Because when I talk about God, when I talk about spirituality, when I talk about metaphysics, I'm happy. I feel flow. I feel everything inside just say yes. That's how I came to say that, yes, this is my purpose. No kicking, no screaming, just here it comes. Okay. Here comes some honesty. Up until quite recently, I've been afraid to really jump into it and go, this is my purpose. This is my passion. My ego jumping up and down, saying, sure. Go get all metaphysical on people, get all transcendental on them. Yes, do that. And see what happens, you weirdo. Just see what happens. Everyone will think you're nuts. Credibility looking good now? Yeah. Looking good now? Not so much. Well, okay. Okay, so still, meanwhile, back at the ranch, I'm still continuing on my spiritual path, acquiring information, studying A Course in Miracles, conversations with God, hanging out in ashrams, mental gymnastics, meditation, the whole thing. But there was still this fear. Yes, I would talk about these things in relatively small groups that I perceived as safe. People who are also wonderfully weird. Yeah. Little small groups, but not standing up and going, ta-da, this is it. I'd been afraid, truly. So really just as recently as a year ago, I came to a place where it became very clear that continuing to run from these feelings, and some of my feelings in general, would kill me. Literally. Literally. And many of you know that by rights I should be dead. I'm not. I was given a second chance. Or actually a 419th chance. A second chance to choose again. And I did. And I surrendered. And out of this has really been born what I can only call a radical acceptance of every feeling that shows up here. Every single one. A radical honesty with myself. You know, I came to notice how quickly, if I had like a little wiggle of fear or discomfort or confusion or something, how quickly would happen, and this little thing of ignore that. And I realized, no, I need to say, I'm confused. I don't know. I'm uncomfortable. I've never done this before. And I needed to bring that honesty into my experience. I needed to shift my awareness from all of this all out here, and go, how you doing really, Mayor? And be willing to hear the truth. I've come to trust the message in A Course in Miracles more profoundly than I ever have before, because I am willing to trust my innocence. I am willing to believe in my innocence. I'm no longer willing to believe my fears. I'm no longer willing. So one day, fairly recently, number of months, I'm meditating along, and again in that state I'm in a place where it wasn't so much an experience of gratitude. It was like a full body beingness of gratitude and a love of God. A love of God. And although I was in meditation, the tears were coming down. And this voice said, do you dare to love yourself this much? Do you dare to love yourself this much? Do you dare to recognize who you are in truth? And the decision became simply this: to proceed toward love or withdraw. And although it is a process, I do dare. I do dare. Daily, I dare. And this process is leading me to see that feelings that I have judged as being dark or wrong or somehow less than have really been nothing more than parts of me which have been neglected and not loved. That is all. And I came to perceive these feelings as only the energy of life. They are life. They are energy. They're not a thing or a substance of themselves. They are life. They are vibration in a particular form. And I've discovered that by loving them, I've transformed them. And the power that I had given to them by separating them off now flows back into me, where it truly abides. A gentleman named Jeff Foster writes, without the label fear, what is fear?
False evidence appearing real.
That too. Without the label of sadness, what really is sadness? Without the label of anger, what really is anger? They're all energy. They are all conditions, states of energy. Foster suggests that we drop these heavy labels which are pregnant with judgment and a zillion years of karma. Drop them and directly, firsthand, contact this raw manifestation of life. Contact life in all of its energetic self and go, you are life. You are life, and you are safe. Let us allow the sensations to live, to express, just for here, just for now. Let us contact the miracle of life in its raw state, before layers of words and the play of opposites and comparisons get draped all over it. Let's touch life in its raw state. Feel the vibrantly alive energy of what's here without labeling. Feel the life in it. Know the life in it. Can you see this is not against life? This is life. This is life. No longer are my feelings my enemies. They are the very guideposts which come up within me to teach me. What are you thinking? What are you believing? What part of you needs acceptance and love? They are my teachers. Feelings and all of their bold and confusing manifestations, in all of their bare and exquisite beauty, in all of their safety and peace, in all of their love. They lead us home. I'd like to read you something by Avatar Adi Da Samaraj on love. Love is the sacrifice. Love is the law. Love is radiance, not contraction. Love is the action in which ego and all other actions are dissolved, since all such things are only contraction. Fear is only contraction. Sorrow is only contraction. Anger is only contraction. Mind, in all of its realms, high or low, are only contraction. And where contraction ceases, There is no ego to survive. No reactions to dramatize into separation. No fear, no sorrow, no anger, no thought, no other. Love is action. It is not the action of another or a part of a separate one. It is action of the whole body. It is the disposition of radiance. It is neither inside nor outside. It is all pervading. It is the prior condition of all bodies and all worlds. Therefore, when radiance penetrates and dissolves all contraction, then bodies and worlds become unnecessary. Love is ignorance. At last, it takes nothing into account. In love, we are each a sacrifice, not a someone trying to survive. There is only love, only radiance, only sacrifice. Therefore, when all things, all others and I are gone to love, there is no relief from bliss, no word to interrupt the current of ignorance and answer it by name. When love is altogether true, when radiance shines so hard it opens up the hand, then there is only God, and God is love. Love is the sacrifice of man. Do you dare? Namaste.
I'm sure you all join with me in saying thank you so much, Mary, for that beautiful, beautiful sharing. We really appreciate you. And now it's time for our love offering. And I would remind you at this point that the church has expenses and needs, you know, as we all do. We're a family. And as you probably already know, families just don't run on air. So bless your family. This is your opportunity to bless your family. And if you would like, as Charlotte does, I think this is a beautiful thing to do. If you'd like to take your gift that you've come prepared to share and take it in your hands, maybe put it near your heart and just bless it and know that this blessing goes forth, this money, which is energy, goes forth to bless, and that all that you give, all you have, all you received is blessed and multiplied as you share. And so it is. Sure. Whoever would like this, whoever.
Get out of tune. Can't understand it's in tune when I bought it. I recognize lives inside me and all around the world. Where it exists, there is no hunger. It gives me everything when I just speak my word. I'm not afraid to face the morning. My world is a mirror of what's inside of me. My perfect place is where I'm standing, looking for good in everything I see. And oh, how grateful I am. I have everything I need. I recognize there is a power, and I can use it whenever I'm alone. So I let it go into the moment, knowing that I have finally found my home. Knowing that I have finally found my home.
We're so blessed here at the center to have Terry. We appreciate you. And now it's time for our peace song. If everybody would make a big circle and grab a hand. Well, look, if you bug it And now we're gathered here, holding hands, accentuating the oneness that is the reality. Only one of us here, as the Course says, my favorite quote from the Course. And in this time, I'd invite you to just energetically place anyone in the center of this circle that you feel needs healing or could use a little bit of energy. Either silently or aloud, you can say their name. It take just a minute to do this, to just put this person in here in this place of love. And we know that all is well. And we say, thank you. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with
Yesu